want to move to Raleigh, North Carolina, but when you look at the cost of living and the numbers to everything, your mind just goes, oh my gosh. Well, I have this one area for you that you may definitely want to check out. What's up, family? It's Roney Polynice. Here in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a suburb outside of Raleigh, which is called Angier. Now, if you're new to me in this YouTube channel, we talk about everything you need to know about Raleigh, North Carolina. But in today's video, as I mentioned, we're going to go a little bit further out to give you guys what's going on around Raleigh, North Carolina. So make sure to hit the subscribe and the bell so you don't miss out. And you can't forget this one thing. If you're actually looking to relocate here or you need help relocating, I am a licensed realtor here, so don't forget to reach out. But with that being said, let's get out of here and let's go check out Angier. So, welcome to Angier. And I will say, this is definitely a smaller town, a suburban rural feel that you're gonna get out of here. It is close to two, I would say, interstates or highways. I don't really have the technical terms of the distinctions between the two, but it's NC 55 and Route 401 that you're going to primarily be using to travel in and out of Angier, up until the point where you have 540 that will be built, which it won't cut that deep into it, but that's just another accessibility that you'll have to get in and out of Angier to get into that Raleigh area, or get even closer to the Durham, Chapel Hill. You know, one thing I think that isn't discussed enough is the fact that Angier sits in between two major cities. One of them, of course, being Raleigh, which you're sitting about at least 35 minutes from it. But in the opposite direction, if you were to look south, you're going to be about 45 minutes from Fayetteville. Now, that's an entirely new city that we have never discussed, but that's just something to keep in mind. So now you may be thinking, small town, man, what is there to do? Or is there even anything to do? Well, here today, I'm actually at one of the parks in town. It's actually called the Jack Marley Park. And there's a ton of things to do. I mean, it's my first time actually coming here and visiting and seeing what it all really has. I mean, there's a small kiddos park that I'm looking at. You can sit down and watch the waterfall. You can play baseball. There's a basketball. There's a skate park. So a ton of things to do. You won't like that here. But let's just say, you know, the park isn't something that you're interested in. You don't really care to be at the park. There's also a festival that goes on yearly here that you could go and participate in, or just go visit. It's a huge one, so you're definitely going to want to check that out, especially if you like arts and crafts, foods, or even just seeing a bunch of people in town. Then of course we can't forget, if you love your wine, you love tasting it, I have to mention this, the Gregory Vineyard, which you can go ahead and check out. And there's actually a berries farm that you can go ahead and pick your berries. Who doesn't love to do that that's a good family outing, by the way, I will say, especially if you like your fruits. So there you go with some of the things to do. Again, this isn't a town that's going to leave you guys ghosted with nothing to do. I think, personally speaking, North Carolina does a phenomenal job with giving everybody something to do. It's just a matter of, you know, does it fulfill you and your lifestyle? If you're liking what you're hearing so far, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on anything. But let's transition to one of my favorite websites, niche.com, and let's go really dive deep into Angier and see what's going on with the data, the numbers, so we can really see the whole scope of Angier. Alright, well, now that we're here, let's go ahead and check out to see what the report card is for Angier and see exactly what is actually going on there besides what we've seen already, which is, okay, we got B's all across the board with A of diversity. Man, that's pretty impressive, right? As I mentioned, it's a pretty small rural town. So, you know, again, population, you guys can see right here, it's about 5,000. So it's not, and it says it right here again, it's not a large town. But I think, especially if you're looking for something of a close-knitted environment, you're going to definitely get that. So here, I wouldn't pay too close mind of attention there, because I can tell you right now that is not the numbers that I saw today and that I looked up. So we're going to go ahead and leave that out for now. But you guys can actually take a look here to look at the map as well and see, in reference to Raleigh again, where it is located. But let's go ahead and see what else we got here in terms of where the rankings are. There's your crime and safety for those individuals that love to hear about it. And there's so there you go. We're kind of going through it, kind of go through the motion, see if there's anything else that we can really get out of it. But at the last, they just gave us their reviews. However, you can see here, it is the second best place to live in Harnett County. Now, let's actually see what's number one. I'm really curious myself, so let's go ahead and check it out. Peters Creek. I've never been there. It says it's relatively close to Campbell University, which is a college not too far. Obviously, you can see Campbell University, right? Now, in my personal opinion, I don't think niche.com did a great job with sharing with you guys what's going on within the real estate. So we're gonna go ahead and check out a few neighborhoods. Some of the popular ones that I could think of off the top of my head is Tanglewood, Neils Point, Weatherford. And these are areas that have relatively good access to the downtown area, parks, the shopping that you may be looking for. You're primarily here in Angier, you're gonna see new construction, new development for the most part. You're gonna have your single family home, whether it be, your average size or your large family. But I will say the median sales price as of May 2023 is $320 based off of what I've read, and that is considering resale and new construction. And if you guys have any specific properties or areas that you would like to check out, that number that is popping up right there, just give me a call and let's go ahead and schedule a day so we can go check it out together. No kid, I got trapped in the rain, but we'll find a way to do this anyways. Here you guys could take a look at it. I was like, man, what am I going to do now? But I found just this little shed to hang under in the meantime. However, Angier has 3 major schools that are all relatively close to each other. I mean, you're looking at about 10 to 20 minutes despite which school that you're at. You're going to have that accessibility. So despite where you are in the town, don't expect a large major geez, how many of them can I say? But don't expect a large commute from one place to another. If you're closer to the elementary school, just know that you will be a little bit further from the middle and the high school, and if you're closer to the high school, you will be further away from the elementary school. And one of the towns that you can actually take a look at, or to see the distance between, that I hear a lot of good things about, or at least just hear things on, is Tanglewood, Neils Point, and Weatherford. You can check those out because those are towns that you could go ahead and see what they're all about, see what kind of housing they have there, and see if it's a fulfilling thing for you, yourself, your family, whoever else is tagging along. Now, if you're liking this video so far, I'm going to tag another video above that you're going to want to watch because it'll give you way more information, not just about Angier, but a lot of the towns around it as well. So something I do want to say as we're starting to head over to basketball course, if you guys don't know, basketball is my favorite sport. I like it, dribble up and down the court. Anyways, one of the things I want to reflect on my time being here and just the things that I've been able to do so far. And I will say the big negative to me is, granted, yes, you have that suburban feel. It just gives me a lot more of a rural feel aspect, and quite frankly, that's just not for me, personally speaking. If that is for you, this may be a good fit for you. Now, I will say, the major pro that I will say is just being here is the fact that you have a town that's behind the community, a town that's behind you, and just wanting to provide and give you guys a little bit more to do. So as I mentioned, new businesses, there's going to be new projects, there's already a lot of things already being in place to make sure that they give you guys something to do outside of what's already here. And despite everything I just said about this being rural and a suburban feel to it, I'm sure within a couple of years from now, everything I'm talking about right now probably won't look the same, and we're going to be looking back at this video just laughing and reflecting on what it once was. But with that being said, let me know what are your thoughts on Angier. Would you consider moving here? Whew, what a day. Now that we're back here, just as much as I enjoy making these videos for you guys, I am a licensed realtor, so I would love nothing more but the opportunity to be able to assist you on any of your relocation needs. So you see that number that is popping up right there. Make sure to give me a call, shoot me text, email, day or night, heck, maybe even on the weekends. Always remember one thing: I got your back in this market.